Hey there, welcome to Scripps News Live. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's health becoming a concern on Capitol Hill. Earlier today, McConnell took to the floor in the Senate and spoke without incident, which becomes newsworthy considering what happened yesterday during a briefing with reporters. Take a look.
After finishing the NDA this week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Colleagues escorted the 81-year-old Kentucky senator away, but he did come back a few minutes later, and then he told reporters that he was fine. National political correspondent Kevin Cirilli joining me now live in studio here in Atlanta. So, Kevin, is this going to go away like McConnell might want? I mean, what is happening here exactly?
Age is at the forefront of the next year and a half here in American politics. And what's interesting about Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is that he is a very strategic messenger, and he's always on message when he is talking. And I'm going to play for you now just moments after he was escorted off from that press conference after he the 19-second pause. Take a listen to what he said. Here he is.
Well, the president called to check on me. I told him I got sandbagged.
Oh, nice. How are you feeling now, sir? How are you feeling now?
I'm fine.
Have you seen a doctor? Are you going to see a doctor?
Any idea what happened?
Huh?
Any idea what happened?
I'm fine.
So right there, he says that he was sandbagged. He was referencing President Biden's fall during that recent address and invoking age into President Biden, which is something Republicans really want to talk about. If you pull up a chart of the average age that Americans think the United States president should be, 49%, nearly half the country, thinks that the U.S. president should be in their 50s, and just 3% think that a U.S. president should be in her or his 70s or older. And so all of this comes as age has really been pushed to the forefront. And then let's pull up a breakdown of the average age of the members of Congress, because this is disproportionate to the breakdown of the demographics here in the U.S. There are 264 baby boomers who are in elected office in Congress. And then get this, 30 members of the silent generation. If you don't know what the silent generation is, that's if you were born between 1925, which was shortly after the first pandemic in the country, or the most recent one prior to COVID-19 rather, and 1945. So right there, Veronica, there is this conversation that has been happening, whether it relates to former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, Senator Dianne Feinstein, President Biden, and now Leader McConnell, about age in politics.
And you had just mentioned Senator Dianne Feinstein, and we all remember what happened there. There were plenty of calls for her to resign. Are we hearing that with McConnell as well?
No, and I think it's a difference, and it's a great question because it's a difference in the breakdowns of the power structures of the two respective parties. Because as it relates to McConnell, he was announced that he was running against around the same time that Speaker Pelosi had decided to step down. He said he was doubling down, not stepping down, and he's up for re-election in 2026. So he's got some time, and he hasn't said whether or not he's running again.
I wonder what's happening right now with the Republican leadership, though, and I wonder what's going to happen with the Republican Party. If they're talking about this,
can I quickly
and who would
jump?
Replace him?
It was fascinating, and this is where body language matters, right? Guess when he had that pause, it was Senator Thune who stepped up to go to the mic, and there's a lot of chatter in Washington based on my reporting where he's next in line behind McConnell.
Huh. All right, Kevin Cirilli, nice to have you in studio.
Great to be with you, my friend.
Great to see you. Yeah, enjoy Atlanta.
I will. Thank you.